Oh, Buzzer's going live.
We are live, peoples.
We are the
We are
chosen
here.
family. Beam team in the building.
I don't know who that dude is. I don't even know what he's doing here.
Now we just need to read.
Yo, look. Yo.
Check your brightness up. Can't see my face.
Relax.
Man, we just let anybody in here, bro. We got Gifted in here.
Whoa, anybody?
That's not
Gifted is in here? Like, what the?
Bro, I just hit 30K.
Shout out to Matt for 30K.
Congratulations.
That's cute.
That's cute, bro.
You know, take a 0 away. That's me.
All right, we don't know what the. Oh, can I hold it in the middle so we can all read? All right, so we got. I want that shirt. Which one?
I think it's gonna
Obviously, the one in the middle.
That's the hottest one right there.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yo, look who we got here, guys.
I don't know
Who we got here.
Who's this guy?
Y'all know who that is?
I didn't know who this is.
Smoke.
You know who this is.
Smoke.
I don't want no smoke.
I don't want
Line
this
so
smoke.
straight you can bend a ruler.
Bend it.
So we're getting ready for the Orlando
Strap up.
premiere. It's gonna be insane, man. Where'd you put the what we're covering? Oh, okay.
I got you.
All right. So tonight's menu, what we got in store for you guys.
Viva Mexico.
What we have in store for you guys is just like we broke it down last week. We have a few topics. So we're gonna have our featured topic. We're gonna have trending topics. We're gonna have a featured barber. Some of the trending topics are obviously the premieres this weekend. That's gonna be huge. One thing that sparked some discussion was the Bronze Series 9. Are they overrated? Have you used them yet?
I haven't used the Bronze Series 9.
Okay. Damn, you should have used them while you was at the shop. So we'll discuss those things, including the Gold Babylist, which you got to feel, you got to see. So
I felt them charged up though. I felt,
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you like them?
They feel way better. The lever on the new Gold ones is a way smoother transition than was on the regular.
That's what I was saying.
Your Bay,
That's what I was saying.
Is sponsoring me.
Everybody said 3 Chris's.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And then the other thing is we're gonna have a featured barber in the next like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. This is a guy who took one of my classes, and he's got a very interesting story. He's a stylist / barber, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yo, you're promoting me.
Huh? What?
You're promoting me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, anyways, we talked about the Babblers. We talked about how the lever's much smoother, not a lot of clickiness. I mean, there's the clickiness, but it's not like the silver ones, right?
It's not overwhelming.
It's nice. It's smooth.
So, what is your take on it?
My take?
No.
My take? Okay, well, the regular 880s to me were a big clipper, but it just didn't feel like it was enough power. When I grabbed the wireless ones, they just felt like they were souped up. They had more power. In terms of the lever, it's not as clicky. It slides smoother. So it's like you're kind of dealing with. I don't want to say like per se a wall lever, but the lever is more loose. It's not heavy clicky where it messes up. You fade and you have to look down to see what notch you. Smooth transitions and it just feel way powerful to me.
I feel like beginners will like the more clickiness, but like us, we can feel where the lever is at, how open it is, and it almost feels like it's a restriction as opposed to helping us. So like the gold ones are just on point. What do you think about it, President?
I think they're fire. I agree with the lever. I didn't use the wired ones, so I don't know what you guys are referring to as far as the heavy clickiness. But I don't mind the locking mechanism on it. I like the build quality. Overall, I like them. I would still take the cordless seniors, but they are fire.
What about you, Matt? Matt, give the hands.
I love them. I used them one time for the video, and
oh, you did? You did make a video with them? That's dope.
And I like the fact that they use the wall premium guards.
That's my favorite part about it.
So are the Bronze Series 9 overrated?
They're not.
Are they hype?
They're not. They're not hype. I'm tired of hearing about it. They're worth the money, and it's not just about you. It's about your customer's experience.
Thank you.
My customer, less irritation. I mean, without telling my customer, just using the Bronze 9s, just literally using. Are you doing something different? What's going on? It feels smoother. It doesn't bump up like it is not.
I agree with that. I have a testimony with the Bronze Series 9. My client said, "Bro, how come you don't have these?" And I said, "I don't know." He said, "I will buy them for you and bring them to the shop.
Wow.
And then we'll work a deal out where you just get me in with the cuts.
What
so he's
is
gonna
it?
buy
The
them.
hair has to be what? Like
Because
a
he wants
one?
one.
No.
Can't you go through a one?
You can go through.
You can go through one, but it doesn't
Okay,
have to.
I don't have to use. I didn't have to use. If you can go through a one, what are we talking about?
Not even a question.
That's it.
Listen. I'll give you the
Wet
best.
or dry.
I'll give
Wet
you.
or dry.
And it
That's
has a
insane.
cleaning system.
I'll give you the best testimony, bro.
Doesn't sound like hype to me.
Every single barber in the shop that I work at was like, "Yo, they are overpriced. That is crazy." And all 11, we got 12 barbers there, right? All 11 guys in there asked me to use them every day. That's it.
I always
Every
go
day.
to the Basio station usually.
So Mike Sinfing said, I follow and support each and every one of you guys. Appreciate the support, man.
Shout out.
Hey,
Shout out to you, bro.
Low Wolf Kyle, who is a sponsor. Did you see the thing with sponsors now?
Oh,
Did you
That's
see that?
now.
So people can sponsor your channel. It's like $5 a month, and they'll get like badges and emojis. And stuff
Kind of like
that.
how Twitch is a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like
Nah,
Twitch.
I've never seen that. Somebody needs to show me that.
Yeah, so Lone Wolf is a sponsor. Yo, Philly, in here, Tomb Squad, what's up? I'm learning so much from all you guys. Maybe one day I could leave the police crap alone and run headlines number 10. Henry, you took one of the classes, man. What's going on, bro? All right, cool. So the last thing that was on the trending topics was cordless masters.
Don't play with my emotions. Do not play with my emotions.
So, Loco, why'd you put it on the list?
The Andis Masters?
Yeah, the close Andis Masters.
Why is it on the list?
I put it on the list because I know it's something that everybody keeps asking about since that one picture, ended up in the surface.
Yeah.
In circulation.
Yeah. And then we did do that interview with Ivan Zoot, and he said 3 years ago
He held them.
he had them in his hand, the cordless masters.
For real?
And he was the lead educator for Andis.
Real deal, bro.
So that's crazy to me. But we don't know when they're coming out. So
But are they gonna hold up with
if
quality?
those come out though, bro.
Like,
think about that for a second, bro.
I'm willing to spend. Hold up. I'm willing to spend.
Whatever it takes.
I'm willing to spend.
Whatever
I'm
it
willing
takes.
to spend Jordan money on. I will spend
Yes.
500
I
on
will.
cordless
Yes.
masters.
Yes.
And
Call me a hype beast or not, but it's
Yeah.
my favorite
People-
corded clipper.
people-
And I will spend the money.
I'm
for a
sending them
cordless
off to get
clipper.
customized ASAP.
ASAP.
bro, like people
ASAP.
always talk about hype beasts and stuff. I'm sorry, man. Like it's for
That's
me,
my hobby.
it's my hobby. Like people spend money, like you said, on Jordans and stuff. I will spend them. I want some cordless masters. I'm willing to spend the money to do it, whatever it takes.
So
make them happen.
Real quick question though: what are some expectations you have?
They have to crunch. They gotta
have
crunch.
to, bro.
They have to crunch.
That's the best part about it. You gotta be able to hear every hair being cut
Yes.
off, like the cordless.
And I think that's why it's probably taking them a while because a lot of cordless clippers that it's still in between.
Because they gotta change it from magnetic to rotary, and that's the difference.
What
That's
if they come with the black double magnetic or
The black double.
No, I think they're gonna come with the metal ones that they just dropped.
They better not be single only because I'll be tight, bro.
yeah,
No,
that
They're the
they
metal
not.
clips. They're the
No.
metal clips. You didn't see the new Andis metal, bro?
But y'all can still put double. Y'all
Time out though. I want to know what the wall guy has to say about that.
about the cordless master.
Show the tap.
What
You
do
got the tap, don't you?
Okay, let me see the tap, bro.
Show the tap.
Respect it.
I would
They
use
can't
them.
see it. They can't see it, man. There you go.
I would use them. I would
Let's see
definitely
this.
use them.
the masters.
Ah,
You got that?
we got a battle.
Okay, we got a battle going on here.
Yeah, the masters.
The tattoo's better though.
Go.
Hey, listen, I jumped ship. I'm sorry,
He
Bean.
did. He
I
did.
jumped ship, bro. As soon as I got a hold of those cordless seniors,
That's just till the masters come up.
I haven't picked. It's just
I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while.
dating.
It took me
I'm
a
dating.
while
I'm dating
to
the cordless
respect
seniors.
Wall, but I'm not gonna lie, them
them
seniors.
seniors are hard, bro.
Man, them
That is
seniors,
not
they
hype.
made me bite
They made 'em
every word
Yeah.
that I got.
Besides the
delay.
recall thing
Yeah.
and the delay, because of the recall thing, that spring.
It wasn't even a recall because all I did was took the magic clips. Once you take the spring out of the magic clips, it's a wrap. That's all I did. Was just replace the spring because I wasn't.
He found the solution to the problem.
He's an engineer.
It's on YouTube.
No, I'm just kidding.
I had to watch somebody's video.
He's an engineer.
He's an engineer.
No, I know I'm not.
He's a hair engineer. A hair engineer.
Hey, shout out to Gunner. Gunner came to the shop all the way from Iceland. He
Yo,
came to
Gunner,
the
shout out.
Gunner,
Shout out to
man.
Gunner.
Yo, my man, I got to meet him.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
Excited to see you, bro.
They told me you
He
went
went to
through
New Tampa and Colorado.
What did you say?
You'll be at Orlando premiere though, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
the one that
Yeah, he'll be at the premiere. He'll be at the premiere. Okay, so next let's do the Tomb45 update now because we're gonna be chopping it up a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with the featured barber and stuff. So we'll switch it up a little bit. So we got the Orlando premiere, and even when you get to the venue at the door, you can take classes. I don't know if anybody's going to the Orlando premiere that's on right now, but it's the biggest hair show in the world, and we got a bunch of classes. Myself, Macho, Get Beamed, and Jeezy will all be doing a hands-on course, and that is Saturday. I think it's at 11 a.m. I believe. So if you want to be with us, hands-on course, it's gonna be dope, man. We're excited for that, and you could register at premierorlando.net.
Yes.
The link is in the description box below, or you can just go at the door and do that. We'll also have 3 free classes as well. So yeah, so it's gonna be exciting, man. The premiere is crazy. If you go on the link, you'll be able to see all the prices and stuff. It's in the description box below. So that was just, you know, a shameless plug-in on the class. And really the reason why we're doing the classes and we're trying to actually sell spots for the classes to prove to the Orlando premiere, the biggest hair show in the world, that barbering matters, that there's a reason to have that barber should have its place in the biggest hair show in the world. So we're trying to influence it. We're trying to be pioneers in that aspect. And that's why we're excited to have Get Beam here. Tyler Trotter will be here. Jeezy will be here. Like all Matt Gifted Hands, Perez, obviously, all the YouTube barbers that you guys probably subscribe and follow. We're trying to make some noise at the premiere. So yeah, there's gonna be 3 free classes, and then there's gonna be a 4-hour-long hands-on course as well.
I don't know if y'all know, but Shannon and myself will be competing in
the
freestyle challenge.
Matt Gifted Hands and S Craft Blends will be competing at the barber battle on Sunday. So go out there and show them support.
I think the stage is right behind the.
So if you want to get 3rd place, you know, compete.
I cut next to Shannon in the same shop, so hopefully we come home with.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
2 trophies.
That'd be dope. 1st and 2nd place.
There's 25 contestants.
So guys, we're gonna have a guest here in like the next 4 minutes. He took one of my classes, and the dude is disgusting with scissors, bro. His scissor game is disgusting. Like I would take one of his classes if he had them. The thing is, nobody knows who he is. He's got like 300 followers on Instagram.
290.
And when you got 300 followers on Instagram, that's probably mostly family and friends, right? Like nobody knows who he is. But he took my hands-on course because I don't know why, because his fades were dope too. But the guy charges $150 a cut, and he's booked.
That's why he took your class, because only 3 haircuts, bro.
So guys, yeah, I know, right? So guys, when we have him on, I'm gonna ask him his story. I'm gonna ask him, and here's what I want you guys to try to pay attention to. It's not about how he tells you he did it. Listen to his story and realize all it took to get there. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know his story yet, but I'm pretty sure it didn't happen overnight, and I'm pretty sure he didn't plan it, right? I'm pretty sure that he worked really hard for it, and that he probably had a mentor, in some way, shape, or form. This didn't happen on accident, and we can get nuggets from his story. So I'm excited to have him.
Success leaves clues.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I don't know, but like the haircuts don't even have to be fire to charge $150. Everybody thinks it's gotta be the best haircut in the world, right?
Yeah, we've had this discussion before. With
the customer sees the $150 value, it's $150.
I guarantee you, it's gonna be more than just the haircut. It's gonna be
experience,
not just the experience, but like when you walk in, he's not cutting in a salon loft, and he's not cutting in a regular shop with toolboxes. Like it's good. You gotta walk in there and feel like, yeah, this is gonna be money. Like when you walk into a Gucci store, you know you're spending money. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like when you walk into a high-end mall or a high-end salon, you know you're gonna spend money. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they cater to. So he should be on the next few minutes. Anything you guys want to cover before he gets on?
Education.
The tour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the tour. So guys, if you go on the website, also the education tour, we've dropped a whole bunch of different cities that we're going to hit, different dates. We're also introducing a 2-day course. We might throw in another course. I don't know. We're going to talk to Get Beamed to see if we can get something organized, see if we can get Beamed on the tour. We're going to see. Yeah, the link for the Orlando class is in the description box for this video.
Mannequins. You can use mannequins.
Also, if you don't have a model, it says you need a model, but you can bring a mannequin as well, and we'll do everything we can to help you, with the new information that you're going to be gaining that you can use on the mannequin. So.
And you can pay at the door.
Yep. I charge an arm and leg. No joke.
The man said I'm 15. I can't register.
I'm 15. I can't register. For the tour, you can. We've had 15-year-olds in the class. Obviously, you need parental consent, but
for real,
you got an 8-year-old coming.
as being when he's putting up a video, ooh. We literally been
tell
like,
him. Okay.
We've been on him already.
Okay.
That's why he's laughing.
A video.
I'm gonna just turn around.
You are something else. You know
that?
You are something else.
Video will be out. I don't want to say the word soon. I want to get BarberCon out the way next week first. Because it's three events, 3 weeks back to back.
I think you can squeeze one in between.
Okay, well I'm gonna try.
I think you can do it.
I just don't want to say I promise and then.
You been vlogging?
Nah, but the
hey, you guys should all go comment on Get Bean's videos and say when's the next video coming out, so that you can get it out before BarberCon.
Go spam him right now. Go spam him.
For real.
I'm gonna up the consistency though, man. That's my fault.
I've been saying that.
Yeah,
I know how you feel.
They say
locals
I know how you feel
organically.
What do you cover or teach at the hands-on class?
The hands-on. So, guys, a lot of it. The cool thing about the hands-on class for a lot of people is it's completely different than YouTube. It's really hard to explain some things through a video, through a 10 to 15 minute long video. And what I try to do, and I'm not sure what Get Bean typically does, but like I try to get you guys to understand why you're doing what you're doing. That way it's information that you can take with you and continue to leverage on from even the day after the class. And Get Bean, when he was telling me, is that like he really likes to just give everything in the classes, like nothing held back, all his information. I can't wait to see your color mix because I still don't know.
Once I do it, it's gonna be easy. You're gonna be like, oh man, this was easy.
I'm waiting.
So
this is easy.
The cool thing about the one at the premieres is it's gonna be 3 of us cutting 3 different perspectives and 3 different types of haircuts and 3 different people explaining it. Because there's things I can't explain as well as Get Bean, for example. And I'm sure it's the same thing with Jeezy. And then we'll each be able to help you guys during the hands-on portion, you know what I'm saying, in our way of teaching. So I'm excited for it.
They said you could drop a 1 tonight if you really wanted for your fans.
Damn. They said drop 1 tonight.
I saw one about
I think he's kind of enjoying Florida.
Said Perez be giving some great life advice on his channel.
Oh, yeah?
Appreciate that.
Coach,
it doesn't matter.
Life coach,
He's a life coach.
Because it doesn't matter, man.
Speaking of mannequins, you
Find my
guys
glasses
know
again.
a site on Amazon where I can buy some. China.
Amazon got them for like $27-30. So raw and organic.
Oh, when do y'all have the Bronze Series 9 review already?
I do.
I
don't
do.
think it's like 2 of them out already.
Perez has it.
Search the video.
When are they gonna link up one time for a class event in Little Rock, Arkansas? He was just there.
Yeah, you talking to Marv. I think Marv is under there.
The Clipper Doctor?
Yep. Yes. Sir.
Okay.
He's the one who do the Omni cords.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, bro. Chris, when you're doing a ball fade, do you flick out? No, I don't flick out much. Really?
Mm-hmm.
What up, Joshua McClain? Look, another sponsor.
That's crazy.
That's dope, right?
Yeah.
This shirt is from a friend of mine. If you guys look up
Torregano Group.
The Torregano Group
on IG.
On Instagram. Ray Torregano. Really dope dude, man.
The Clipper Doctor's pretty good. He's good. Does good work. Huh? Clipper Doctor.
Yeah, you have it.
He's here.
Yeah, he's right there. He said that was all of you.
You can't talk about him in that.
I am not intimidating at all.
Mr. Perez is
intimidating. Real?
Not even close.
Who said that?
Somebody said that. I am not. This is just a shield. You see, when these come off,
I'll smack Christian.
I'll slap
when these come off,
when these come off, it do matter.
It does matter. But when these are on, it doesn't matter.
Don't let it fool you. I put Perez in the pretzel before.
When am I cutting Fonz's waves? He's going to another barber, another YouTube barber.
Listen to me carefully, y'all. These are just beach muscles. They don't really do anything. It's just for looks.
Where's my boy at?
This is what a real man's body looks like.
That's an investment.
Not
right
letting
there.
him in. All right, hold on one second. What is going on here? Hold on. I'm trying to get our guest on here. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. See.
Yeah, I'm using your station at 9 a.m.
That's fine. I'll be there early, so get in, get out, cut.
I'm about to invite him. Hold on one second.
I'm using your station at 9 a.m. I'll be there at 9 a.m.
Hold on one second, guys.
Oh my God.
Trying to find my boy's email.
Is it hard to switch from fading with Andes guards to wall guards?
You guys can answer that?
Flows.
Is it hard to switch?
Is it hard to switch from Andes fading with Andes guards to wall guards?
No.
We just lose the 1.5 guard.
No. From Andes to wall. So
Switching.
You're gaining.
You gain a 1.5, which sometimes you don't even have to use, to be honest with you. You're using technique.
All right, let's see if he comes in.
Yo, Carlos kills me, dog.
He already trying to get in right now.
Who Carlos put?
Yeah, he's trying to get in.
Okay.
The top comment. I'm done with Carlos, bro.
My wife decided to buy us minis.
Yeah, I don't know. Look,
My hands are bigger than
She
these.
says we have a drinking problem.
apparently,
All right, let's
It's
see.
really gonna look
Let's see if we
I
can get our
like to
guest on.
hydrate.
Bottles.
I like to hydrate, bro.
So, yo, the premiere is gonna be lit.
Someone put, "Hey, bro, is there a way we can change the payment plan to $200 a month instead of $50 a week?"
Email education. If you want to do that, email education at tomb45.com. Dre will help you out if you wanted to do that.
Are you going to sell the gold clippers at the show?
No,
Gold
are
Clippers.
they?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, they are?
That's-
August.
No, so so they said they were gonna try to drop them at the Orlando premiere. When we had, remember Jay said that on the live stream.
they tried, y'all. They
What?
said they might as well drink wine coolers.
Who said that?
Bro, first of all,
Yo,
I'm watching.
Trying our life
I'm
right
watching
now.
my
Watching my
physique.
picture, bro.
I'm
Do you
trying-
see this? 55 calories.
Listen, I'm trying to get in shape, and I know round
They're
is a
talking
shape,
about, they're
but I'm
talking
trying
about
to
the
get in a
small
different
bottles,
shape.
I think.
No, it's Michelob is water. It is
No,
water.
but they're talking about the size of the bottle.
We live in Florida.
What does
These
that
are not
mean?
the size of wine coolers.
Bro, wine coolers are pretty small.
Bro, wine cooler is definitely.
Wine
Like
cooler is
the size
definitely
of-
bigger.
I think you just don't drink a lot, so you don't understand that people call
I'm
them
Sorry,
water.
he's a recovering Christian.
A recovering Christian.
Where's my boy at?
Somebody get this man a juicy juice.
Can I get a Capri Sun?
We get a Caprice.
Hold the lemon.
My man said flex on him logo. Where you going to flex?
Yeah, you already
Nah,
know.
flex.
His rib
That's
cage?
his flex, bro.
You gonna flex,
flexing for
his
logo.
rib cage?
Yo, y'all
Flex his rib cage.
Y'all think y'all be trying to act like I'm not big.
He's all stomach, no chest.
You wish you looked like this.
Not really, bro.
Yeah.
Not really, bro.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't, bro. No, I'm good.
Try San Miguel beer.
Somebody trying to send us beer.
What the hell, bro?
You know what they say about the size of the bottle?
What do they say?
I
don't know.
I don't know what they say, bro.
Get less drunk with your bottles now.
Oh, it's night time. You know, Tomb Dog turns in early.
Your wife probably thought the beers were cute.
What time?
Your sheer work is on point, Chris. What Chris? What's Chris?
Thank you.
You gotta be
Been working
Yeah,
really
there's
hard.
3 Chris's in here.
I know I've been working on mine,
Oh, you
man.
gotta
I know
have a
local
lecture
has
about bye.
You got another live stream?
What?
It paused on here
He's back.
because I pressed play.
No, we good. Just live.
We live.
Come on. Please work.
Do more challenges. When will there be more Tomb45 Evo shirts available?
Next couple weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Danny.
They still talking about the Walmart challenge.
Daniel son.
They said we killed it, bro. Yeah. Look at this camera, bro.
What the heck? I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to figure out how to get our guest on here.
Perez, I'm gonna let you answer this one. Is it normal to take lots of time in a fade for the first time?
Is it normal?
Yeah.
Of course.
Speak.
Speak.
Bro, you gotta
But what if people
pick
say
better
something?
questions, bro. You gotta pick some better
Yeah.
questions. Come on,
Speed,
you guys know
speed.
it's normal.
Speed comes with repetition.
Let me get
Don't. Hey, whoever asked that, we can get some. Get better questions. Whoever asked that, don't focus on how long it's taking you in the beginning. Just focus on quality.
Anybody want
the speed will come.
Anybody want another wine cooler?
I'm good on the wine coolers, bro.
You want a wine cooler?
I'm still full.
How is this doing the opposite? It's making us drink less.
Huh?
And give me agua fresca.
Yeah. You want to make a little water?
I want agua fresca.
Make Ultra is water, bro.
Can you guys entertain these guys?
You got a question?
You got the question?
I'm looking at the questions now.
Ask us something.
Too crazy. Can they up it up on questions? I think they asking like the
childish questions.
No, not childish questions. Like the ones that I
easy
feel like
questions
already answered without even having. He said, "When is the airbrush release date?"
You know about it.
You can't ask me that. Nah, I'm messing with you.
What do you say?
A lot of things just business wise, a lot of things have to be sorted out. That's above me right now. So just let those play out. Hopefully it can be this year. But don't quote me on that. He said, "What clippers should I get to start out?" I like answering that question. Please, just please, because somebody said a clip will work, that don't mean it's gonna work for you. Like when anybody asks what to start out with, I just say whatever financially you can do, because I don't want to tell you masters and you get them and then you have a problem with heaviness, or I say anything wall when you don't like the guard system. So I really feel like it's trial and error. Whatever you really want to do, or what personally pleases you, I feel like you should go there.
Go to a show and feel them out for yourself. Honestly, the price difference between a pair of seniors and a pair of Magic Clips are like $20-$30, man. So I mean, or even like fast feeds and masters is like what, $30 price difference.
Lacio, did your first cut come off fresh?
My first cut ever? Hell no. What?
Who y'all got in the
How you liking Florida so far?
How am I liking Florida? Oh, Florida is crazy.
Man, fish for the first
Florida
time.
is crazy. I fished for the first time.
I didn't lie to you, did I?
I drove a boat, like a jet boat. A jet boat.
You can go back and tell
I was Tokyo drifting in a jet boat. I feel like I was trying out for one of the Fast and Furious. It was dope, man. It's crazy.
The aqua version.
Yo, who y'all got tonight?
Okay, he says this. In your opinion, what's a good beginner price for cuts right out of school?
No, showing this.
Beginner price coming straight out of school?
Straight out of school. That's tough, bro.
You said coming out of school?
Because I was charging less than that.
I was charging 15 in school.
In today's age, 15.
15?
I think so.
I'll say 15 because I was charging 10.
I was charging 10, bro. Yeah, we got to go up, guys. I'm going to say 15.
Okay.
I was charging 5 in the bathroom.
10 in the kitchen.
10
but that's not
15 in the hot garage. 15 in the hot garage.
Check this out. When I first started, like 6th, 7th grade, bro, I was charging $2. One for the line and one for the cut. I swear to God.
That's to learn.
That wasn't to learn. I thought I was getting money.
How much for the enhancement?
But we're talking about in barter school.
We're talking about
No. After. Straight
whatever
out.
the shop charges.
Whatever the shop charges.
Whatever the shop charges.
Whoa!
Finally.
What's up, man?
Damn, that was complicated. Sorry, man.
Man, I don't know what took so long, but we got it though. That's all that
It
matters.
was kept going trying to go through Safari, and the Safari was being a pain in the ass.
Oh, like I get on these guys all the time. Safari's a big no-no.
Yeah, my computer just automatically did it, so it was annoying. Sorry, fellas.
So what's up, man?
Long time, bro. What's up,
So guys, this is
Nice to meet you, man.
took the hands-on class in
San Jose.
San Jose, California. Where are you from, Sergio?
I'm from the Bay Area, so I grew up in the Bay Area. People that don't know where that is, that's pretty much Silicon Valley. You know, there's Peninsula, East Bay, North Bay, South Bay. So
You listen?
that's my hood.
You listen to E40?
Oh yeah.
So where are you at? Because it looks important. It's like an office.
Yes.
Well, I'm in the office of my salon at the moment.
Ah.
I'll give you guys a peek of the salon if you want to see it, if you're interested.
I don't want to see
Absolutely.
it. What?
All right.
You gotta keep talking though.
No, you don't.
You don't.
Oh.
My
Ah,
God.
okay.
You said I would feel like I'm gonna spend money. Let's spend money right now, bro.
We're just shutting down. Day's ending, so It's not as packed.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
But that's my shop.
All right, so 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock over there.
Shut up and
Yeah,
take.
7 o'clock.
Are you guys closed right now?
No, we're just wrapping up with our last client. So normally I'd be still be about wrapping up my last haircut right now. But
how many haircuts you did today?
I do eight a day.
Oh, do the math.
Okay, hold on. So Sergio, so how much do you charge? You only do haircuts, right?
I just cut hair. Charge
like that.
$145 a haircut.
Yeesh.
You guys could go on the website if you don't believe me. You can call in and see.
It was funny because listen. I told them, and they're like, "Yeah, but is he booked?"
We were like,
I'm like, "Yeah, he's booked. He had to cancel the appointment."
You can do 8 haircuts and be.
Hold on. This last thing is worth $145 to him because he canceled an appointment to get.
Thank you for being with us, Sergio.
Of course. Anything for a Tomb45 show. That's what we're calling it, right?
Not 145, but we 45.
So let me ask you. So I find it very interesting. Congrats on your success and all that. But I want to go back to how your career started leading up to where you are at today. So can you give us a little bit of backstory?
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, it all started in the barbershop. That's why it's like coming full circle for me. You know, when I was a kid in high school, I used to go to the barbershop, get my haircuts. And I just loved the whole thing. And I just started messing around with my homies and using clippers and messing some hair up. But then finally got pretty good at it and just kept practicing. And I was doing haircuts even after I got out of high school, you know, with my friends and stuff. But wasn't sure if that was the route I was going to go. And you guys got to understand, when I started doing hair, it was about 18 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
Barbering was on the downslope at that time.
It wasn't the cool thing to do.
It was not at all. It's not at all what it is today.
Sure.
So had it been, you know, what it is today, you know, my path might have been different. But, you know, at that point I had to go with, you know, what would have to pay the bills. And unfortunately, like, the hairdressing at that time was what it was.
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this. How you dress now in a t-shirt?
What's that?
At work right now with a t-shirt?
Yep. T-shirt, jeans.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wear a tuxedo.
No, I don't got to be fancy, man.
Thank you.
No. Real question. The real question is, how do you get to 145? I don't even know.
So that's where his story
was.
Okay, long story short, I went to the hairdressing career and I said I want to work at a shop that has a good foundation where I'm going to learn how to cut hair really well, get good education. And any salon you do that has a long apprenticeship program. You're going to be doing a 2 to 3 year apprenticeship program.
Oh, wow. That's tough.
And that doesn't exist in the barber industry. And
not at all.
It's not barber to do it.
That's dope.
But that's what I'm saying. It should translate to the barbering industry as well. Because, you know, some guy that knows how to fade walks in the door might not know how to fade it like a guy that's been doing it for 5 years. And, you know, why not get that guy ready to fade at that 5 year quality, you know, down the road and charging the same prices?
But you took an apprenticeship for 2 to 3 years. How much were you making as an apprentice?
Just minimum wage, man. Minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
Every Monday, I was doing 4 haircuts.
Apprenticeship.
What's that?
What were your tasks? What were your responsibilities?
But we have a program where, like, you have to learn certain haircuts, and there are different sections and subsections, and basically it's about 12, 13 haircuts in one, the whole program, and you can't move on to the next one until you pass one. So it takes about 2 to 3 years to complete it. So once you're on the floor in my salon, you start out at about $85 a haircut.
Right off the bat. That's a hell of a
But you've been training for 2 to 3 years, you know, but, you know, I've been here 10 years now, so, you know, I'm charging $150 now. But
now, what is your average as far as on a ticket with tip?
Well, that's, you know, I get about $30 a tip on top of that. So.
Well, it's really $200. What you're trying to say.
What you guys have to understand is I'm a commissioned guy, so I'm not making the whole $150.
Bro,
I'm making about 60% of that, and then I get my tip. So.
And it's funny because you're still making about $100 a haircut. Pretty much. With my tip and everything.
Yeah.
And It's funny to me because in the barber industry, as soon as they hear commission, they don't want to hear nothing else. They're done. Yeah. They hang up the phone.
Yeah, but the thing, like you were saying, is like a commission. Say you walked into one of your shops, you got that reputation, so they're gonna have clients right away. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what this place offers. Once you're done with the program, you're gonna get clients right away. Like you're booked, you know, right when you start cutting hair right away.
It's like almost like when you become when you're gonna become a doctor, you got 11 years of school, and it's gonna suck for 11 years. But once you do those 11 years, you're a doctor. You know you're gonna make money, right? Here he is. He's saying, I'm willing to sacrifice 2 to 3 years, learn, become a student, pay my dues so that I can one day be where I'm at today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it works in a barbershop. Like, guys do garage fades and whatnot. I feel like that's sort of their apprenticeship, and they just kind of, you know, they kind of know what they're doing once they go into the shop. But I feel like having like real education from an experienced barber, you know, just gonna set off, you know, the right foot. You know, that's just how we do it in our salon.
So what are some things that stand out to you with your whole program and how it's set up? It sets you up to the place that you're at now. Like what
we have like foundational like shapes, right? So, you know, it kind of sets you up to be comfortable in any situation. Like somebody walks in with curly hair and they want a certain haircut, like we're gonna know how to do it because we went through that in our training program.
Everyone in your salon specializes on haircutting, just cuts.
Well, no. So our salon specializes color and cut. So there's 2 separate programs.
So you apprentice for the cut program.
Exactly.
How many barbers are in there?
What's that?
How many barbers are in there?
We don't have barbers because it's
how many stylists or
how many haircutters?
How many haircutters are in there?
We got 5 locations. So in total, we probably have like, I don't know, 150 stylists between all the locations.
What? They are winning. They are winning.
Winning.
Can I get one of your jackets? No, I was kidding.
Yo, they hired, bro.
They hired.
How many haircutters are in your
I'm
salon?
Mac gift hands right now.
In your salon.
Yeah, no, they've been here a long time. Like they've been in here for like 30 years in the Bay. So it takes a long time to build that up.
But you're in the Bay Area, Sergio. Do you think what you guys are doing is duplicatable elsewhere?
We're kind of at like a upper tier, you know, where we're at. There's no competition. It's kind of like us and middle ground. So there's not. It could be duplicated. You know, technically, if I left and started doing something, you know, maybe I could start a new thing. Sure. But as far as Silicon Valley is concerned, we pretty much monopolize it.
Okay. So you guys are the higher end of it. What makes you guys different than the middle ground guys?
Well, I think it's the training. The training sets us apart from any other place. Like any other place, yeah, maybe you'll train for a year, 6 months, but ours is so detailed and involved that you can handle any situation, and customer satisfaction is at about like 95%. Like there's nobody coming back for redos, and you know it's all reputation, and the clients know that, you know. So that's what sets us apart.
I feel like you were hinting there when you said, you know, you could leave and do something.
I'm looking for the right people, you know. Just
Yo, Tampa is a beautiful city, man. Ask it me. I told him, and he didn't want to listen.
I was talking to Chris, man. We got to team up, man. Do some big things.
I just said I don't know how many cities, and what do you prefer?
Tampa. Tampa's the best city in the world.
It's the best city in the world.
So let me ask you, Sergio. I was telling them earlier before you got on the live stream about your scissor cutting skills, and like they're like you reminded me what you were doing of like the Men's Fire guys.
Yeah,
more comfortable the way you were cutting.
Well, go ahead.
It's something that's super like needed right now with barbering, and barbers overlook it.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so important to understand your scissor techniques, and why does it integrate with barbering? Well,
I mean, that's what actually drew me to you, to be honest, is like you want that to be a part of your haircut, and a good scissor cut is just the foundation of the whole balance of the shape. fading in itself is an incredible technique that I still aspire to be better at, and I feel like I'm getting better at. But I got the whole shape down. Like my shape's like boom. Like you walk down the street, like my shape looks legit. And you know, I think that just having that silhouette is what makes a haircut stand out from another one.
That's been like
guys that are paying attention to the crowns, to growth patterns in the back, you know, occipital bones. Like maybe a guy that has a flat head, you got to build that shape up in the back.
Dude,
like,
I asked a question about that today at the shop. Yeah. I called him over and I'm like, bro, this mom asked for, because you know those comb overs that go like a one on the side with a hard comb over dress.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Dude, the mom showed me a picture. She wants this. He was like, okay, but you're gonna do what's best for the kids. You know, the shape of his hair, the way he lays, and all that, and you're gonna educate the parent on it.
I think what barbers,
she loved it.
The famous thing that barbers are known for saying is give the client what they want.
Yeah.
Well, your client doesn't know more than you do about it.
They don't know what they want. Like I got to turn my clients in the mirror sometimes and show them physically, look, you don't have this. We're gonna give you this, and it's just gonna make a whole.
And that's the thing that barbers don't know. They don't know the theory behind hair. They don't know about shape. They don't know about silhouette. So therefore, you can't explain that to your customers and educate them.
Exactly.
I think that's the biggest difference also with salons and why they sell product, because they can educate their customers on what works best for their hair. Yep. Barbers don't know. It's all cookie cutter.
Yep. Right.
Let me just
and also like, you know, there's a lot of barbers that are putting a lot of work into styling, which I really appreciate. But you know, before it was just a lot of pomade and just comb over, just slick it down. And you know, in the salon, we're not doing that kind of stuff. You know, we have to style the hair, and it has to have the shape that they can manage at home. And also, my cuts got to last 6 weeks versus 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, I got to have a long-term vision when I do my haircuts too.
Your haircuts have to fit their lifestyle. If it doesn't look good a week from now because they can't replicate what you did for them in that chair, then what's the point?
And that's where shape comes into play. Yep. Like, if you put in a really strong shape, it's just going to grow out that much better. Yep. They're going to be like, man, I don't know what you did that last haircut, but it just grew in so nice because I paid attention to all those things.
One thing I can tell you is, like, ever since I started understanding shape and silhouette and all those things, like, every time I go to educate one of my clients, bro, they thank me so much because knew, like, they understood, my hair always flops over. It doesn't want to stay here.
Right.
And explain to them what, like, they won't even ask me about it. I'll just see it, I'll identify it, and then I'll tell them, I'll ask them, what happened with your hair? Yeah. Okay, this would work better. And then it happens, and they're like, thank you so much.
Right. And but I think, like, also, like, identifying, you know, hair down to the, like, where the head shape is, and also understanding, like, where they might need weight and where they might not need weight. That's what hairdressers are looking at. You know, like, you guys are seeing in shadows and gradients, and we're looking at more like the shape.
Yeah.
Where does their head need shape, and we're trying to apply that to each haircut. Exactly. So that's why I think, like, as far as, like, barbering, like, all the undercut stuff and the comb overs, like, that's going to go out of trend one day, and you're going to have to, you know, adapt. And if you don't know how to put in a shape, you're going to be falling behind. You know what I mean? So
let me ask 2 questions right quick. I got 2 questions.
Ask away, man.
In your apprenticeship, what was the toughest thing for you to crack? And then what did you walk away with, like, this is one of my favorite pieces of information I learned during my apprenticeship?
Well, I don't know if I was talking to Chris about it, but one of the haircuts we have to learn in our program is pretty much, it looks like a shaved head, but you did the whole entire thing with scissors.
Yep.
It has to be on point all the way around.
It was the discussion about Vidal Sassoon, remember? And he just did like a number 3 all the way around, but it was literally all scissors, and it was on point.
Yeah, shape was and tapered in from the perimeter all the way into the hair.
It actually looked better than a clipper because it was soft. It just
goes out different.
So well.
Yeah, because you're paying attention. There's little areas where you're leaving length, and that's the stuff you're paying attention to when you're a hairdresser. So that's why I feel like, you know, if all our worlds were put together, it's just like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm assuming you can do a skin.
What's that?
I'm assuming you could do a skin fade with shears.
I mean, I could. It's going to take me a very long time. It's definitely not efficient, but you know, I could. But you know, I love clippers, and that's why, you know, took the class with Chris. I wanted a barber to break it down for me. Like I got it broken down by hairdressers, but I wanted a barber to break it down to me. Like, and with your system, man, it's just unbelievable. Like how simple it is to just kind of break it down like that.
You haven't seen
You've never
system?
seen
No,
So
I
how
said
do you-
which system? Because
No, the system.
The
from
system.
class.
One system.
There's only one
So how do
system.
you
in
feel
class.
now that you
You
know?
gotta watch the Tomb45 Academy to know what system we're talking about.
Sergio, how do you feel now that you're taking the class?
What you guys doing over there? Having a good time? Having some beers and stuff?
How do you feel with the system now that you've taken the class? And it's been a couple weeks.
Well, I just have such a greater understanding of like I feel like I had the eye. I know what it's supposed to look like, but I just didn't know how to get there sometimes. And now with the system, I could break it down and I could visually see it, like how Chris was saying. Like there's panels, and you're looking for the shades in each panel, and like that just makes so much more sense to me. Like I'd be fading and I get lost. Like I didn't know where the hell I was sometimes, and now I have reference points to look back at. You know, so that's what I look back and appreciate it from.
I'm here in front of Get Beam today. I think Get Beam was a little surprised at how quickly you can go through the system as well.
Yeah. And the thing about fading down, I've never done that before either. And that's just blew my mind. I always went up. I didn't know you could go down. The thing I wanted to ask you guys is that I see a lot on videos is like, what's up with like leaving all the bulk and length from like the occipital down and saving that for later? Why do barbers do that?
50 fade.
Oh, I don't know.
And shave it at the end.
Yeah.
No, I think I know.
Oh, you mean doing the ball fade and leaving the hair on the bottom?
Yeah, leaving everything like
lines that pop out.
is that even more efficient or like why do people do that?
Leaving the bottom because it's gonna be bald anyways. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
I think it also makes the fade pop more because
Yeah.
it's such a drastic change.
Right.
So
Right.
for pictures, it looks sick. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Okay.
Now what needs to be?
Because you already know
that
how low that
contrast.
bottom is.
Yeah.
Take that ball to
Like it's already set up. You're just gonna have to ball that out at the end.
It's like when we do silhouette first, you just
Yeah.
right into silhouette you already created. You
Right.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir.
That was a good one.
So what kind of clippers do you use?
Yeah, 'cause that's
Well, I was talking to Chris. Like I finally got my senior cordless. I'm just pumped on those things.
you're one of the lucky ones.
Were you added?
I had to go to Europe to get them, dude. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
You went to Europe?
You
Well, no,
went.
not literally.
Okay.
I bought them in England from eBay.
$45 a haircut. You know he can afford it.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Masters, right?
It was, and I don't know. I just feel like
No.
the blending is a lot easier with the walls for some reason.
Oh, come on, blasphemy! And this guy's
Hey,
let me.
I love Andy's. I love Andy's.
Sergio, because we're on this cordless senior thing, and I'm on it too, and I'm this all the way, but I'm on the bandwagon right now.
Are you?
Real.
Yeah.
What if the cordless masters come out?
Oh, I know. That's gonna be end all be all if that happens.
Yeah, to bring it full circle.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll go after the Masters as well. I have to develop another system.
Figure it out, bro. Find the
But yeah, man, that's dope. So, Sergio, obviously, like for a lot of people, you have reached the pinnacle. Like, especially behind the chair, like it's like you're super successful in my eyes. Why? Like, what else do you want to do? Is there anything else you want to do? Like, I know education is something that we kind of briefly talked about.
Yeah, so that's my next step now is just putting myself out there. Like, when I was actually taking your class, it was very interesting. Like some of the students were watching me and I was like, yeah, why do you dudes watching me? I'm not a barber. I don't, what you're not gonna learn anything from me. And they were just watching my scissor stuff. And they were like, man, what are you doing? Can I ask you questions? I was like, sure. So he said, why aren't you teaching barbers? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, barbers know how to fade. Or why will they learn from me? And he's like, I would love to take a class from you to learn how to cut a, scissor cut. So I don't know. He just got me onto something there. I might be looking into that. But I am educating now men's work for salons and pushing the whole clipper thing too. So
I think that's something that we can definitely collaborate on. Obviously, we'd have to talk about it more into detail. And that's one of the reasons why I want to have you on, is to kind of introduce you to the viewers and also edify you. You know what I mean? Because I think, number one, you're well spoken, you're open minded, you see how barbering can integrate. You're an avid learner. What's up? You care, obviously, because you don't have to go educate. You're making a lot of money behind the chair. I think that's dope, and you know,
I just love like what's happening right now, and I want to support it as much as I can. Like the whole barbering thing it's just I can't believe what's happening right now. Like I can't. I would never thought 15 years ago this would be happening, and I don't want it to fade. You know, I want to ride this wave as long as I can.
I want to take you as an example and bring that to barbering. Like right now is the opportunity where barbers can raise the bar, where they can raise the bar, right? Like they can actually, like we can uplift the industry to the respect that it should have. Because like, and I think that we're doing it because we're constantly promoting education, and we're examples of what education can get you.
Right.
Being a student at all times can get you. So yeah, it's dope, man. Oh no.
Yeah, but I just feel like there is going to be a time where barbering, like even your prices can go up. You know what I mean? Because you're spending a little more time. Time is money. You spending 45 minutes on a cut and giving a dope cut, it's worth $60. You know what I mean?
I used to be scared to charge prices, and now I'm mad that I'm charging $30 for a haircut. Like I'm mad I'm charging $30 for a haircut.
You were, bro. You think I should raise my prices $2? Man, raise them things like $5.
But I respect that, man. Like you charge what you charge, and you're cool with that. Like you know, everyone does their thing, and I respect that. But I just feel like barbering now has more value than it ever has.
Absolutely.
Like it's the time to start.
I definitely got a question. As the price went up, did you lose any clients? How many did you lose? Did you take a big hit?
You know what it is? I've always had pride and respect in what I do, and I try my best on every client, no matter whether I like them or not. I'm going to do my best on them, and that's carried me this whole way. I lost 1 or 2 clients each time my price went up, but I've had people that stay with me for 15 years. So
somebody in the comment, there's always going to be cynical people. They say that prices are what they are because
where you live,
because of where you live, and I just want to give my opinion on it. Before you address it, I mean, it's one thing if he's the only one in his city charging it. And yes, the Bay Area is obviously a higher average income than most places.
It is
$145. We're not talking about $60. We're talking about $150.
This is a big leap.
That is a huge leap anywhere. Anywhere.
You have to pop.
Like that is even if he told me in Tampa he was charging $80 a haircut, nobody in Tampa is charging that for a haircut. So and it's not just him. He just said they have 5 locations
with 100 haircutters.
100 haircutters.
100.
Yeah.
You guys missed that. So, anyways, I'll let you address it.
I mean, I do agree that the prices are probably a little bit higher because of where we live, but it wasn't always expensive here. You know, it's just got to be that way recently, and we've been charging $100 for 20 years.
Wow.
You know, so it's nothing new. Our prices are nothing new.
That's like,
but in our salon, like our prices don't get raised unless you're booked out. I booked out like 4 weeks in advance, and I do that for 2 years. My prices are going to go up. So it's all based on supply and demand.
You said something earlier that you said your haircuts have to last 6 weeks. So if you look at it from that perspective, I have customers that come every week and spend 25 years.
Right.
So 6 weeks. It all balances out.
Somebody said something dope. Somebody just said a car wash costs more than a haircut.
The what?
A freaking car wash costs more than a haircut. That was like no technical, like 2-3 years of training we're talking about here, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like I think you get what you pay for when it comes to hair. You know what I mean?
They're asking if you have a YouTube channel.
I got a salon right next to me that they're charging $65, but their haircuts can't stand up next to mine. You know what I mean?
So another thing that is a popular thing to say, I feel like, is like for barbers, they're so scared that barbering is getting watered down. As in, there's so much competition. There's so many barbers.
Right.
it's no different in the salon industry.
Yeah,
salons everywhere.
I think your work is what sets you apart. You know, you take pride in what you do, and you keep continued education, and stay on top of everything that's going on. With trends. You're always going to be relevant. You know what I mean?
And that's just educating, staying on top of trends, and constantly out learning everyone sets you apart.
Like you said, you're trying to learn it all. Like this was the last hurdle in my arsenal of cutting hair. Well, a certain person sits in my chair, I can do anything that anybody asks me for, from a woman to a man. I could do anything. Yeah. And the skin fade was my last challenge. And now I can address that. Now I'm going to feel like I can do anybody that walks in my chair.
That's so that is so
that's why I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
I mean, Bazio stands out as far as in headline, just because when he goes and takes all these classes with Josh OP and then he comes back with UK style haircuts.
Exactly. And he's pushing the lines, trying to do stuff that's going on over there. And I respect that, man. There's only so many lineups and ball fades and stuff you can see.
I think it's hilarious how so many people hated on that haircut that he did, the crop. You know what I'm talking about, Sergio?
Exactly. I know which one exactly you're talking about.
That was about, what, a month ago?
Yeah.
And now if you look on Instagram lately, all the repost pages, that's all they're posting now.
Barbershop
crop tops,
all UK.
All these UK crazy
UK
avant-garde stuff with the crazy, parts and stuff. And it's like, wait, 3 weeks ago, y'all were burning my man here because
exactly.
It wasn't done correctly.
He was just ahead of the curve, people weren't ready to see it.
So Sergio, how do people find you on Instagram? We haven't even shouted you out yet.
I'll tag it.
My handle's a little complicated, but it's I'm Chilean.
Bro, no. The funny thing is they're in the class, because I follow everybody that goes to my classes, and I'm like, what, you're chilling? He's like, no, I'm chilling. I'm Chilean. I'm like, oh.
CHILEAN.
EAN.
Sorry, he's Mexican.
Yeah. He's actually Texican, so.
Texican.
Man, so that was a funny moment in the class.
So the comment is gonna be under Matt Get the Hands. That's his Instagram right there.
Yeah, so we tagged it in the comment section. So if anybody wants to follow him on Instagram, Sergio on Instagram, you can do so by checking the chat. It's there. So
someone said this is crazy. I never knew there would be such thing as $160 haircut.
And here's the crazier part.
The price just went up, and I didn't even talk about it.
Bro, Sergio, this is crazy because everybody is so all the big Instagram barbers and YouTube barbers, people are really shocked that people are charging 60, 80. Even the most I've seen a barber charge is $100. So when you were in my class and somebody asked you how much you charge for a men's cut, $145.
No, the funny part is how we did it. How much you charge? 20. How much you charge?
Yeah.
45. What the hell?
What he came away with, at least when he explained it to me, was the calmness that you delivered it with. It was it's normal. $145. What's the big deal?
Yeah. But that's important, I think, right? When you gotta feel comfortable charging, right?
Exactly.
How much is the haircut?
145.
Yeah.
The receptionist is right over
there. But I wasn't also, I'm not I charge 145.
Yeah. No, but you were calm about it. You were you didn't want to tell me almost, but I
felt like he was gonna lie for a second. No, I charge 35.
I just want people to be like, what's this fool doing here? 45.
I'm gonna have to go to Silicon, bro, and take a shit class.
Oh, you said you raised your prices?
No. He said the prices keep raising with the comment.
No, because somebody says I can't believe I met somebody who charged 165.
What does that price? What does that service consist of?
Yeah, good question.
Beginning to end.
All right, you walk in my chair.
An hour on each client.
Yeah, full hour. When you walk in, I'm giving you a very good consultation. We're gonna run through all the options.
How long is the consultation?
I try to keep it short, under 5 minutes.
Okay.
But
that's not short.
But it's usually quicker than that. It's just that when you develop a rapport with their client, it gets faster. It's just the initial ones are a little longer. And then they get a nice shampoo from the assistant, which is about 10 minutes. You know, nice head massage, and then you come in and I'm doing my thing for about at least 45 minutes. So
it's really a 45-minute.
Everyone's always complimented me on my meticulousness and like my attention to detail. So I think
like a shampoo.
Yeah, you just said shampoo, and then you do the blow dry and the styling at the end, or your assistant
everyone
does?
gets a style,
or your assistant does?
Everyone gets the style, and I do all that.
You do all of that.
Yeah,
so
you get first
style. It doesn't matter. Like
what's that?
You don't skip a style for any reason because that's part of your service, because that's how you create the haircut.
Yeah, unless there's a crazy day happening and I gotta have my assistant take over, they might do the blow dry for me, but that's not very often.
What do we like say if a customer doesn't want it? Like, I just want to get out of here, cut it, and I'll leave hair wet, whatever.
That happens a lot, actually. You'd be surprised. Everybody around here is in a hurry.
Still 145.
What's that?
Still 145 at that point.
145.
My dog, sir.
I'm about to go from 25 to 145. My customer.
So my wife is a cosmetologist, and at the salon they do a new cape, and they put a towel. They don't do a neck strip. How it is at your salon as well?
You know, that's all like a sanitation thing. We wash our capes like on a daily, so. You know, we don't really do too much of the static strips.
Neck strips.
We don't do those. Yeah, no.
You don't do, what about towels? Like,
no, just the cape, because we wash them.
Cape every client?
Daily. What's that?
Is it a new cape every client?
No, we have like a rotation of capes. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a new cape.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very high end.
I like it.
I'm not putting this
paper a lot of my clients be like, yo, this
paper. Get this paper off my neck.
Hey, we spend a lot of money on the neck.
I'm pretty sure you guys do complimentary beverages and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Foot massage, something.
Foot massage. What the?
Not the bar. Not the barber.
Want to touch your feet?
Not the barber, but.
Let me ask you a question. If you were, let's say you're like, you know what, I'm leaving the salon. I'm gonna start working in the barbershop. What, like, I know a lot of your clients are males. But what would that look like in order to keep your clients, in order to keep, you know, what you charge? What would your barbershop look like? Like, what would the experiences? I'm your client. I'm coming in for a service. Would you keep it a lot like how it is in the salon, like with the receptionist, with the shampoo?
Yeah, well, honestly, like, it's funny you're mentioning this because it's always been something like kind of like that I like daydream of, is just having an upscale men's shop.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd make it super classy, man. You know, beverages, you know, greeting at the door by, you know, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Nice massage, shampoo. Just make it all upscale, man. And just treat everybody like a professional. And, you know, do my thing.
Market to these customers, because they got to have money, the customers that are coming in.
Yeah. They're coming for reputation and service. You know, they know that when they come to our shop, they're going to get quality. You know what I mean? It's just
at this point, it's just the brand. The brand speaks for itself.
Because you guys been open like 20 years.
20 some years, yeah.
20 years. But you know, everyone knows about the training program at this point. So you can almost go to anybody. And
customers know about the training program.
I think at this point, most of them do. Yeah.
Because they see apprentices, they see them come up.
Yeah, if you go on our website, you know, you could see, you know, how serious our company is about education. So.
What's the website?
It's dpietrotodd.com.
One more time.
Is this like the Chilean thing? What's going on, Sergio?
Yeah, it's funny that
Sergio, you're killing the smalls.
There's a little clip of me on YouTube actually doing my thing in some classes.
Oh, really?
If you go to DiPietro Todd on YouTube, you'll see we have a little channel and some stuff on there.
That's the name of the salon?
Thing, right?
Yeah.
DiPietro
Todd. It's two names put together.
Can you type that?
Can you type that real quick
in the chat?
Because I'm never. You're gonna have to send it to me on Instagram because I'm not.
I'll send it to you. What's the score of the game, man? I'm freaking out over here.
Oh my God!
Yeah, go Cavs, right?
No, Cavs. What the?
I know exactly where he is, guys. I flew out the airport like last week.
Oh, here he goes. Local bragging. He's international.
Oh my God.
Golden State is up by 6.
All right. You got. I'm sure everyone's hating that Golden State's in it again, right?
No.
Yes,
I'm He's the LeBron dude. He's the LeBron dude.
I can respect that. What's that? Spurs. Oh yeah. You guys had a rough year this year, man.
Hey, you put that kindly.
Last year too.
That was him.
You saw what they offered Kawhi?
What's that?
Saw what they offered Kawhi Leonard?
No, what?
A maximum deal, $220 million.
The Spurs did?
Yeah.
He's not staying.
Let me ask you something. This is a good question. Could you have done? Do you think you could have done what you've done on booth rent?
On what? On booth rent?
On booth rent, like the way you've worked up to where you have to where you're at now.
I mean, maybe at some point in my career, but I think if you're a stylist or barber or anything, like you got to have a very strong clientele to do booth rent, in my opinion. Unless you're very good at putting yourself out there and working it and advertising.
I think here's what people are missing: when you're on booth, when you're working in a barbershop that's booth rent, there's no apprenticeship program. There's no education. There's not enough revenues to be able to fund.
In a lot of cases, not even
an assistant, a receptionist, even an apprentice program. Like
no one's worried about you in booth rent. Like you gotta fend for yourself.
Exactly.
Rent a chick.
You came as an apprentice, and it's like people complain about barber schools being trash and salon schools being trash. This is the best possible school you could go to. Sign me up.
Yeah,
I want to go to your school.
Yeah.
Program.
I'm a professional. I kind of want to.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've literally given me the keys.
Yeah. But I feel like I don't know why this can't really be done in the barbering industry too. Like the whole thing could be reinvented. I feel like if somebody took it serious.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We're
definitely, man.
I mean, I don't know about getting to 150 yet, but
we're gonna
try.
You can get to 75, 65, 75. Like that's doable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What just happened, bro? Your price went up to 160, now went back down to 140. What are you charging again? I don't even remember.
No, I'm talking about getting those prices up there in Tampa up to about 75.
If you're booked up every day and staying on commission, something's wrong. That's not true, Corey. That's not true because it changes. Booth rent changes for people. And it changed for him because he raises his prices as he's like, you didn't get to raise your prices until you were booked, right?
Right.
I mean, like, system in place.
As soon as I'm, like I said, if I'm booked out for, 3-4 weeks in advance for like a year or two, my prices are going up.
Yeah. I asked him, what was it, 2 weeks ago, right? It was like the same week that we got done with the class to come onto our show, but he was already booked. He had to cancel a customer today to get onto the show tonight for us. So
he just gave us $145.
I stayed late last night to come up with my clients. I could be on today with you guys.
Thank you, Sergio.
The Tomb45 show. That's what we calling it, right?
Yeah. 45 live. 45 live.
We'll put that on Local's credit card.
Do me a favor. Follow Sergio. Show him some love, man. I definitely want to get you more involved, Sergio, with education and anything that you want to give. Like, bro, I'm all for it because I'm a witness. Like,
I support it.
It happened. It's a funny way the way that it happened that he came to my class and now I want to take your class, but that's how it is, man. Like success leaves clues, and I think
like I said, you inspired me to want to see what you bring because of your passion about the whole thing.
It was crazy because you weren't following my channel for very long.
I wasn't. I only had met you. Well, not YouTube met you.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks before that. You know what I mean?
And that
was that
easy for you to make the decision to take the class.
What's that?
It was that easy for you to make the decision to take the class.
Oh yeah.
That's how you're wired, right? Like.
Yeah. And I was watching Jeezy before that, and I told him I found Bazio through Jeezy because he did the the no guard challenge, and I was like, I got to see what this guy.
If you think that's good, you gotta go see the prison cut.
Oh yeah.
The prison cut is down. It's just stop. Let's talk about something else, bro.
That's when I admitted, all right, he's a better barber than me.
It's just ridiculous. And then he wants to go on. Let me call out YouTube like anybody's gonna do it. Crazy.
So Corey keeps mentioning if it's a busy shop, booth rent. If it's slow, commission. Corey, name one barber you know that charges more than $150 for a haircut on booth rent. Name one barber you know that charges more than $150 a cut on booth rent. There isn't one. Stop it.
Wait.
Stop it, bro. Like,
wait. The only thing a barber can do those numbers is if he's a strictly unit barber. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, with unit or SMP.
Or SMP.
So yeah, but anyways, I don't want to take any more of your time. Sergio, thank you so much for being part of the show. Make sure you guys follow Sergio on Instagram. I am Chilean. If you Chilean.
Thank you.
He always butchers Instagram name.
Message me the link to your website or anything that you want me to share. Maybe a YouTube video. I'll share it on my stories. And let's continue to build this relationship, man. Let's see what we can do and see if we can continue to pioneer in the industry, man. So
sure, man. I love your crew and everything you guys all represent, man. So
go Cavs, go Cavs, woo!
Hey guys, everybody, thank you guys for being on live tonight. Make sure you go follow. I'm Chilean.
Chilean, thank you.
Yeah, my guy. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
All right, Prez.